morning all. Now, in the next session of the chapter 6, that is life processes, we are going to discuss one of the most important physiological activity which occurs in human being as well as in plants, that is respiration. So students, respiration is the movement of oxygen from the outside environment to the cells within tissues and the transportation of carbon dioxide or CO2 in the opposite direction. Cells, in order to perform various functions which require energy. This energy is derived by the oxidation of food. The process of releasing energy from food is known as respiration. The process of respiration, it involves intaking of oxygenated air into the cell, using it for releasing energy for burning of food or by the burning of food, and then removal of the carbon dioxide and water from the body. During the process of respiration, energy is released inside the cells which are there in human beings. So it is also known as cellular respiration. Cellular respiration or types of respiration. This is the next topic. There are two types of respiration. One is aerobic respiration and the other is anaerobic respiration. Breaking down of food in presence of oxygen is known as aerobic respiration, or the respiration which take place in the presence of oxygen is known as aerobic respiration, whereas breaking down of food in the absence of oxygen is called anaerobic respiration, or we can also say that the respiration which take place or which occur in the absence of oxygen is known as anaerobic respiration. Glucose by various pathways. First, we will discuss about the aerobic respiration. The respiration which take place in the presence of oxygen is called aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration take place in the cell. So, it is also known as cellular respiration. During this, food or glucose, that is broken down into carbon dioxide and water in the presence of oxygen. The energy which is released in this process, that is stored in the form of ATP. What is ATP? The full form of ATP, that is adenosine triphosphate. Again, that is adenosine triphosphate. So, the overall equation that can be represented as follows. Glucose, the formula of glucose, it's what? Is C6H12O6. Glycolysis, this is the process which occurs in cytoplasm. What is to be formed after this equation, after this reaction? That is pyruvate. What is pyruvate? In which 3 carbon molecule is to be present. Or you can also write the formula of pyruvate, it's C3H4O3. Then this cycle occurs in the presence of oxygen. So it is also known as oxygen cycle or the Krebs cycle. It occurs in one of the cellular apparatus, that is mitochondria. These are mitochondria, ribosome, all these are double membranous cell structure. So this cycle occurs or this equation take place in mitochondria. What is to be formed or what are the products? Products, that is carbon dioxide, it's CO2, then water, then energy is stored in the form of ATP. So carbon dioxide, it means 6 molecules of carbon dioxide, water, 6 molecules of water, and 38 more amount of energy is to be liberated. So 38 molecules of ATP, that is adenosine triphosphate. Next is another type of respiration, that is anaerobic respiration. The respiration which takes place without oxygen is called anaerobic respiration. It is seen generally in microorganisms like bacteria, yeast, fungi, and parasites and muscle cells because it occurs in the absence of oxygen. In anaerobic respiration, the microorganism that break down glucose into ethanol and carbon dioxide and release energy. Carbon dioxide and ethanol are formed as end products in plants, while lactic acid is an end product in muscle cells of animals. The equation is given. First is glucose. Glycolysis process is there which occurs in cytoplasm. Again, it forms pyruvic acid or pyruvate. It occurs in the absence of oxygen, that is yeast, which form ethanol, carbon dioxide and 2 molecules of ATP, that is adenosine triphosphate. Next equation, again, that is glucose. Food is stored in the form of glucose. Process, that is glycolysis, occurs in cytoplasm, formation of pyruvate or pyruvic acid. It occurs in absence of oxygen, that is, it occurs in the muscle cells of animals. What is to be formed? Lactic acid. That is 2 molecules of lactic acid and energy is liberated out or energy is released. Energy is released in the form of ATP. It means 2 molecules of ATP or adenosine triphosphate is liberated out. This is the breakdown of glucose by various pathways, that is aerobic, anaerobic, which occurs in mitochondria, occurs in yeast and occurs in muscle cells of animals. Now students, the next important topic, that is difference between aerobic and anaerobic. Aerobic respiration, that it takes place in the presence of oxygen. The first important point, anaerobic respiration, it takes place in the absence of oxygen. Next, in aerobic respiration, complete oxidation of glucose or of food take place. In anaerobic respiration, the glucose molecule is incompletely oxidized. Next, in aerobic respiration, end products are carbon dioxide and water. In anaerobic respiration, end products are either ethyl alcohol or lactic acid and carbon dioxide. Next, in aerobic respiration, more amount of energy is to be liberated out, that is 38 molecules of ATP. In anaerobic respiration, relatively small energy is liberated, that is 2 molecules of ATP. Next, in aerobic respiration, it occurs in plants and animal cell. Anaerobic respiration occurs in many anaerobic bacteria and human muscle cell. The last difference between aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration, that is the equation which we had already discussed in the difference between or the types of respiration. Now, the next topic is respiration in plants. The process of respiration in plants involves using the sugar produced during the process of photosynthesis plus oxygen to produce energy for plant growth. In many ways, respiration is the opposite of photosynthesis. In the natural environment, plants produce their own food to survive. It means plants also need energy like animal. The plants get this energy by the process of respiration. Plants also use oxygen or O2 of air for respiration and release carbon dioxide or CO2. The respiration in plants differs from that of animals by the following ways. How it differs? First, all the parts of the plant that perform respiration independently. Next, there is little transport of gases from one part to another in plant. Next, of a plant take oxygen for respiration from the air which is present in between the soil particle by the process of diffusion. The carbon dioxide gas produced in the cell of the root during this process, during respiration process, it moves out through root hairs by the process of diffusion. Gases exchange or the exchange of gases in root. Now the next is exchange of gases in stem. The stems of herbs have stomata. So the exchange of gases take place through stomata. The oxygen from air diffuses into stem through stomata and it reaches all the cells of stem for respiration. The carbon dioxide gas produced during respiration, it diffuses out into air through stomata. The exchange of respiratory gases by the process of diffusion take place through stomata. So, in leaves, during daytime, when photosynthesis takes place or when photosynthesis occurs, oxygen diffuses out and carbon dioxide diffuses in. But at night time, no photosynthesis takes place, no photosynthesis process will be there. So, oxygen diffuses in and carbon dioxide diffuses out. Now next is cellular respiration or the respiration in animals. Various animals have different modes of respiration. Cellular respiration is the process by which animals take in oxygen and exchange it for carbon dioxide and water as waste products. Animals have a specialized system that helps them do this successfully and efficiently. Even a fish will drown if it can't breathe underwater. In unicellular animals, example you can take amoeba, respiration takes place in cell membrane by diffusion of gases that is oxygen and carbon dioxide. In earthworm, the respiratory organ that is through skin. In insect, tracheae are the respiratory organs. The aquatic animals like fish, prawns, crabs and sepia have gills as respiratory organs which obtain oxygen which is Now next is respiration in human beings. Respiration is the process by which energy is released from food in our body. The function of respiratory system is to breathe in oxygen for respiration, it producing energy from food and to breathe out CO2 or carbon dioxide. With the help of lungs, gases are exchanged between the blood and the air. Listen students carefully. Human respiratory system, it consists of nostril, nasal passage, pharynx, laryngopharynx, tracheae, bronchi, lungs and diaphragm. Nostrils that open into nasal cavities. The air for respiration is drawn into our body through nostril. This air then goes into nasal cavity. The nasal cavity is lined by fine hair and mucus. The dust particles and microbes in the air, it get trapped in mucus of the nasal cavity. Nasal cavity that ends in internal nostril through which air passes to pharynx. The pharynx leads to trachea, which through a slit which is known as glottis. Glottis that is protected by a cartilaginous flap like epiglottis. While swallowing food, glottis is covered by the epiglottis, so food cannot enter the trachea or trachea. Trachea does not collapse even when there is no air because it is supported by C-shaped cartilaginous ring. At the upper end, trachea has a voice box which is known as larynx. Each bronchus that divides in the lungs and form many smaller bronchioles. The smaller bronchioles terminate into alveoli, and in alveoli, the gaseous exchange takes place. Now listen student, what is alveoli? Alveoli, that is air sacs in which gaseous exchange takes place. Now next and last topic for the process of respiration is the mechanism of breathing. The mechanism of breathing involves two main processes: inspiration and expiration. Expiration occurs when the diaphragm and the intercostal muscles relax. The contraction or relaxation of muscles around the lungs changes the entire volume of air inside the lungs, and so does the pressure. The breathing mechanism involves two processes, that is inspiration or inspiration and expiration. What is inspiration and expiration? That is inhalation and exhalation. When the diaphragm pulls down and rib muscles contract, the volume inside the thoracic cavity increases and air pressure inside the chest cavity decreases. Hence, air from outside, it rushes into the lungs. So the alveoli gets filled with oxygen-rich air and the exchange of gases take place. That is inhalation. Next, when the diaphragm moves up or it comes in the relaxing condition, the volume inside the thoracic cavity decreases and thus pressure increases. So air containing carbon dioxide or CO2 that is pushed out of the lungs into atmosphere through nostrils. This process is known as expiration or exhalation. Now student, this is the end of today's session. Thank you.